Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared. And with Superman only a little over a month away, I've been thinking a lot about the new DCU brought to you by James Gunn. And eventually, inevitably, Batman has to show up. And as Batman fans, I feel like we're kind of in a little bit of a pickle because at least most people I know enjoy Robert Pattinson Batman, and a lot of people like that movie. I see a lot of stuff online and praise for that universe. I personally am a big fan of it too. Like, I think the Batman movie was incredible. The Penguin show also incredible. And if you haven't had a chance to read Riddler Year One, do yourself a favor and do that. Really good. But with the DCU Batman, we can only speculate what it's going to be, what's the vibe, right? What's the tone going to be? And personally, this is my personal opinion, I think we need a drastic 180 of the Batman franchise for a number of reasons. So, reason number one, families. We want the DCU to be successful, and we want kids to be able to go see a Batman movie. And I think Warner Brothers also wants that, so much that we've had, if you know the history with Batman Returns, that's why we got Batman Forever. And I feel like with the Ben Affleck Batman, Ben Affleck saying that the movie's too scary to show his kids. The Batman is very adult, and I think the new DCU James Gunn take on Batman should be bright, colorful, fun, campy, and almost leaning into the 60s a little bit more. And I know that some people think that's a bad idea, but if you really understand the character of Batman, not so much the, who Bruce Wayne is psychologically and all that stuff. No, just like the character. Batman is almost unbreakable. He fits where he needs to fit. This is why we have Batman as a Lego. We have Batman teaming up with Scooby-Doo. We have Batman Brave and the Bold, the cartoon show, which is this background of this video and the thumbnail. And if you've watched that show, it is fun as heck. It is so fun. I love that show. Batman the Animated Series is my favorite show ever. But man, Brave and the Bold comes like real close to just taking that spot. So why I say that, we need a colorful, fun, campy Batman is for families. That is the number one reason. The second reason is we need a drastic change for the mass audiences to not really be confused. And I know a lot of people will say, everyone understands now. Nah, not really, because I remember just when The Batman was coming out in 2022, people in my circle who, know Batman more than the average person because they know me, and I just talk about it a lot. They're like, why isn't it Ben Affleck? Right? And so now, if we have Robert Pattinson, and we're going to not do Robert Pattinson Batman into the DCU, they're going to do a different Batman connected to Superman and the Lanterns and Creature Commandos. Well, we need a different, it needs to look different. It can't be dark and moody and gothic and crime noir. It needs to be bright. It needs to be colorful. It needs to stand out and look significantly different. So when people see it, they're not even confused. They're just like, oh, this is a different Batman. This isn't Twilight Batman. This isn't Ben Affleck Batman. This is something else entirely. And I think that's important just for the general audience. I think most people, when we saw the people excited for Superman Legacy at the time, Superman Legacy, but now just Superman, when they saw the bright blue and red with the yellow, just really, really like vibrant, and the leaked set photos, got excited. I think we need that on Batman too. And I know there, some people will say Batman's dark and stoic and stuff. You're not wrong, but we have not had, since Adam West, a bright Batman costume. Since Michael Keaton, we've pretty much had black rubber. And Affleck got close, but it was still like even the gray on his suit was really, really dark gray. Like, give me as a fan, I just give me a light powdered blue bat cowl with just a straight down the center gray. Not a dark gray, not a light gray, just gray. Big yellow oval bat symbol, big yellow cylinder belt, right? Not like a bunch of pouches, like the cylinders. Let's give it that real 70s vibe, that 80s, Neil Adams, Jim Aparo, Norm Brayfogle. Let's really get that color, that aesthetic, that Jose Luis Garcia Lopez look. Like, that's the Batman that we need to see on screen. And Batman's allowed to joke. Batman actually is really funny in comics when he's playing the straight man and he's cracks like a joke to lighten the mood. It's fun. And I know that people want to see, when we can count on it, it sells, right? Dark Batman, but like, let's do something different. Let's see something different. And I think about this a lot. I'm like, man, it would be so cool. Like the trailer. I think about this trailer of this made up movie in my head. Of like, it's cut to Welcome to the Jungle. And it's this colorful Batman and Robin in like death traps, and them in like the Batmobile, like chasing another like a Joker car or someone like that, goons shooting at him with the camera spinning from the back seat of a truck of the goons shooting at him, and then the camera's rotating around, and you just get that close up. Like if you've seen the movie Speed Racer, You know what I'm talking about, where that camera's just flowing with the cars. Like that scene, like that kind of cinematography, and just welcome to the jungle, right? Just got bullets, and then just them just hitting the Batmobile, just bright, just explosions hitting it, and then Batman and Robin chasing after him, pushing buttons in the car, and then the car, the Batmobile is shooting oil and gadgets and things like that at them, while just huge cool car chase scene would be awesome scene to cut. Them in death traps and them getting out of them like at the last second, like in the 66 show, but more if you think of like in the vein of like what's his name, Matthew Vaughn, who made the Kingsman's movies, like the action fights cinematography, like those movies, mixed with like the car chase animation of like Speed Racer with really big explosions, and like I'm telling you, like this type of Batman would work. It would be so fun. And that's what we need in a new Batman movie, not a moody, depressed Batman. Not, because we had that with Pattinson, we had it with Affleck, we had it with Christian Bale. It's time to move on. It's time to have something different. And where we can have the dark, moody storytelling is in the villains. We can really like tell these stories of like these hurt people, and we can see that like even though Batman is like he's Batman, he's punching bad guys and doing all sorts of fun, crazy superheroic stuff. We can like. If you really watched like Justice League, the animated series, or DCAU, Batman has a big heart, and that's really missed in a lot of movies, in a lot of media, outside of like the cartoons and in the comic books. And I really would like to see that. I would like for general audiences to realize Batman's not this dark loner who's depressed, but he's like a man who cares for people and wants to build something different, and he wants to change his city and change people's lives and impact people's lives in a positive way, because it hasn't been done in the films. And so that's really what I want to see, is just a bombastic, heartfelt, colorful Batman movie. I think about this trailer all the time. Like, I know it'll probably never exist, but just that like Kingsman fighting style, like they did, if you've seen the Kingsman movie where they're fighting in like the church, like that kind of fighting with the Speed Racer cinematography with Batmobiles, and like I'm telling you, like it would just be so awesome. That's just my opinion, but that's what I want to see in the DCU Batman. And with this whole story of like this is Bruce Wayne raising his son, like Bruce can be like this like kind of fun billionaire who like kind of Tony Starky in a way, like he's having fun being a superhero, and his son is this like assassin that he's got to lighten up. It could work. Like if Batman can team up with Scooby-Doo, anything works. I'm telling you. So those are my thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd like to hear what you would want to see in the DCU Batman, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.